Good morning. Well, I guess I should put my headphones. Hold on. There we go. So y'all can hear me. Good morning, everybody. I think I'm gonna bring me a picture and put on my wall behind me. I have to think about it. What do I want back there? I have to roll past a Ross or something and find me some wall art to put on my wall in my office. Seeing that we're here every day and it looks like, it's bare. It is bare in here on purpose. On purpose. I like where I am. I like what I do, but I'm hoping to not be doing it from here. I don't I'm speaking some more vision into my life, right? That I would like to be able to teach from the house. Right? I want to be able to teach from the house. So I don't want to get too comfortable. I want to make it homey. Like, not making it homey because I don't really want to feel like I'm at home. I want it to feel temporary. Yes. Again, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the people I work with. I enjoy the department chair. Listen, I have no issues. It's just I want to be something different, doing. I don't find with doing what I do, just not doing it where I'm doing it. That's what that is. It ain't that I don't want to be doing what I do. It's just I want to be doing it from home. That's how that goes. Let's see if I can get us on the right screen. See if we can share. I hear the bell dinging, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ding, ding, 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 ding. Is that the right screen? Nope, it's not. That's not the one I want. Present now, presenting the right screen. When I have these three screens, I gotta take another picture of my little setup so y'all can see what how my three screens is going. So those who are traders who have to be mobile during the day or you're not at home with your setup, good morning, Ward. If you're not at home with your setup, you want to be able to be on the go and have your setup go with you. You take your little three pod. It's a nice little easy. It's not heavy. It's very convenient little setup that it gives me three screens to look at. Alrighty, so it looks like let's go to SPX, not SPX 500, because now we're open 54.92. It shows 54.92.93. It kind of we gapped up. We had a gap up opening here. So there's that for so far. Let me see, what are we on? Let's put us on the 5 minute so we can see the candles a little bit different. You got your pivot point there at 54.63. Got your pivot point. We can go with that. Okay, we've gapped up to 54.93, just beyond this resistance. We'll see what happens there. Good morning, Marsha. I think I said hey to Janae. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is 19.16 this morning. 19.16 is our VIX, the VIC as they call it. That's where we are, right? So, would Trump's extreme tariff plan help or hurt Musk? Help Elon Musk? Elon Musk, I think, they said something about getting ready to become a trillionaire or should be the first trillionaire. Nvidia's biggest stock market impact may be behind us. S&P 500 Dow futures slipped as inflation report looms. Goldman Sachs sees magical moment for tech stocks. The tech stocks actually they were showing some strength yesterday. This is what Palantir says gives it a competitive advantage, while there's a fine line between below trend growth and recession. That's what's happening on Yahoo. Yahoo used to be all the rave. Then next, Google came along and Yahoo was not so important anymore. Not so important anymore. Okay. CNBC. Pre-market Dow futures was green, S&P futures were green, NASDAQ futures green, oil is red, 10-year bonds are green. Stress tests aren't just for consumer products, but for financials also, financial ones. Southwest Chair Kelly to step down next year as activist Elliott pushes for changes at the airline. Next year, we're going to wait till next year. Presidential debate crib sheet. Isn't the debate this evening? Is it today? The presidential debate is today, I think. Apple must pay 14.4 billion in back taxes. EU's top court rules. Isn't Apple supposed to be releasing a product or something today? And they were, I think, expecting that that they were going to have a good rise out of Apple as a result of that. But maybe not. All right. We'll see. Let's see. Now that we mentioned it, let's see what Apple. Oops. Okay. That's a big old wick right there. But this is a no bueno. That's looking like a shooter. The candle hasn't closed yet. We've got about another minute on this 5 minute candle, but this is not looking good. Ward says they say that he'll be history's first trillionaire in 2027. Okay. That's Musk. And Ward also said that the iPhone 16, that's what's supposed to come out is iPhone 16. Ain't come on, y'all. We make the 15 really nice. I mean, it is nice, but I'm just saying we don't need the 16 just yet. Not just yet. I don't. I think I have a 14. I'm fine with it. Today is Tuesday. NFIB Small Business Index, FOMC member Barr is going to speak at 10 o'clock. And at 12 o'clock, we've got Bowman speaking. All these are yellow folders, right? I want to take this time to remind us once again that tomorrow morning we've got CPI and the next morning we've got PPI. So for those of you who are doing the 1 DTEs, maybe pause that today. Don't let that open up today and let's give a break for tomorrow. Don't know what the CPI is going to come with. These red folders are here for a reason. And Thursday, same thing. Leave Wednesday off, let PPI settle down, and then you can go back into jumping in on Thursday afternoon. If you're doing those 1 DTEs like me, I do them every day. I have been, but I want to make sure that we're being mindful of we don't have to stand in the way of the train, right? We don't have to stand in the way of the train. And you got a choice. We know ahead of time that something is coming. Some stuff you can't, you don't know that it's coming. Other stuff you do, right? So on investing.com, 10 o'clock, we've got Vice Chair Barr is speaking. I mentioned that. Energy Outlook at 12 o'clock. Bowman is speaking at 12:15. 3-year note auction at 1 o'clock. API weekly crude oil stock at 4:30. Okay, that's what's going on with that. This is a no-brainer. Let's see what NVIDIA looking like real quick. I guess I should type in the ticker correctly. I was looking for a little bit more upwards movement. Looks like NVIDIA gapped up, ran into the resistance area. See what that has to do. XLK is on my list, on my watch list for the day, looking about the same. You got a gap up there. Let's see if it's a gap and go or a gap and pull back. Looks like at this point on the 5-minute chart, it may be a gap and pull back to a retest. We'll see. We'll wait and see what happens there. Right? There we are. Add to the stage. Alrighty. Earnings for yesterday after the market closed was Oracle, Rubrik, Limonera, Biostem, Calavo, who is this? Skillsoft, Mission, Avid Bioservices, sorry, and Matrix Service Company. All those were yesterday after market closed. This morning we had Academy Sports, Cognite, Comerica, Bioceres or Bioceres, depending on BioX, and looks like that's Dynagas was this morning. This afternoon when market closes, we will have GameStop. Maybe the Reddit boys will run in here and get it popping. Dave and Buster's is going to be after close today. Petco, Cantaloupe, Mama's Creations, Innovage, and Evolution. Tomorrow morning, before the market opens tomorrow, we're going to have MANU, Hepsiburada, Design Brands, Vera Bradley, and 10 Limited. That's all tomorrow, today and tomorrow, and on the earnings front. That's all on the earnings front. This is what Adam had to say. This needs to be a 6 down here. Sorry, I didn't update this little note down here. On Sunday, the reclaim of 5408 triggered longs and the start of a relief rally leg in SPX. It is ongoing. 54.72, 54.86 were my targets, and we hit 54.85 2 times so far. Now we're chopping. We're chopping around. The plan 54.85 to 54.52 is the chop zone, with 54.67 as the mid pivot. I think I mentioned that just now, 54.63 or something like that. I said was the pivot. 54.86, 54.94, 55.05 plus is live. If 52 fails, then we dip to 54.34. Okay. If you're trading XSP, you've got 551 on the call credit spread side and 543 on the put credit spread side. The gap between the ES and SPX is actually 6. It's not 12 anymore. It is now 6. Okay. Looking at our list of trades for the week. If you trade any of these, if you trade in any of these, I think we said we were going to look at gold. I went back to gold yesterday. And when I went back to gold yesterday, the premiums weren't quite as nice as they were before. I was like, these are not as nice as they were when we looked at it on our call. I wanted them to still be nice, and they weren't as nice. Right? Oh, let me change some of these. Oh, let me change this so y'all can see what I see. I'm looking at the ones that we put on the other morning. These are the ones that we put on. I'll change this to, I think it said it was 0.3 is what it is right now, or something like that. Looking at our monitor, see what's working. Again, if it doesn't give us at least 10%, I'm leaving it on, leaving it off. Why would that? Oh yeah, I want at least 10%. So let me change this to, if it doesn't give you at least 10%, leave it alone. Leave it alone. At least 25. If it doesn't do that, then we're good. What else is over here on the monitor tab? There's several of these that were from the list, haven't filled yet. Oh, come on. This is the monitor tab. Several of these haven't filled yet. So we have to look back to see. If it don't fill, we don't, if we can't get the good money off it, then we leave it. We leave it. Like I said, gold is was one of those, and we had it for more money, but it's only at this point, this 2.5 spread is only paying $15. And nope, we're not leveraging $220 something, $250 to get 15 in return. No, sir. Okay. These are the ones that are going, and they're the one that's going that seems to be positive right now and nicely is Pepsi. The Pepsi trade seems to be doing okay, and so is Dale, and so is CVS. Pfizer looks like it's in the money. UPS is still going. I need to put the percentage on here. I need a P&L percent here. I don't need the mark change. I don't need that, but I do need PL percent. I need that. Let's add that. The quantity, the days, the trade park, the mark change, the mark. Yeah, I need all those. All righty. That's what's going on currently inside of those trades. If you got something you want us to look at, let me know. Hey, Nori, I want to make sure that you understood what I was talking about with the risk management for your iron condors. If you're doing XSP, I know you're doing them with Peakbot, which is good. Let Peakbot do the management. But I want you, if what I've set for myself is I close them at the $10 if they close at 10. But if one of those sides gets up to 75, I close it at 75. I don't let it go all the way to max loss. So either I'm going to put here, you can let Peakbot close at 0.05, I believe it is. Or if one side gets to 0.75, then you close it manually. Right? That way you're limiting your losses to only $25 per iron condor. And this is, it's not a thing unless you're doing some like one strong 1-day action. That's when it shows up to be a thing. But if it's not, then you can just let it do what it do. Right? XLK looks like it came back down to the resistance area, which is now support, and it's now trying to pull back up out of here. That may be a good, hey, Bobby Reynolds. And I understand limiting loss. I did that yesterday. Okay, I did it. Mine closed yesterday mine closed as it was supposed to yesterday, but I was also trading triple Q. So I left it. I put the order on for 75, and it never did get up there. So it just kind of kept dancing around. Finally, the triple Q drew down enough for it to close at its regular spot. So don't jump the gun on it. Let it go to, if it goes to 75, then yes, close it, but don't close it prematurely, because if it's dancing around the 50 and 60, it may come on back down. So just, you want to put that order in, or, watch it. Of course, either way is cool. Put that order in or watch it. Speaking of triple Q, let's go ahead and look at the indices this morning. Hey, Bobby Reynolds, I don't think you've ever hung out with us in the morning. I didn't start this, but we're welcoming you. I don't think I ever started Instagram. Hey, Instagram. I'm sorry I didn't start y'all up at the beginning, but we've only been on here 15 minutes, so y'all still just in time. You just in time. Where was I? Now I got to go back to StreamYard. There we are. Okay. Triple Q. Looks like it did the same thing XLK and NVIDIA did. Pulled up, long wick, pull back to the resistance, well, pull back to a resistance, and then turn back around. This gap isn't quite filled yet. We do have the hour and the day are showing red, but that's because the hour and the day, we're still in the first hour of the day. I think the hour, though, is on the hour mark. It is not on the 30-minute mark. It's like the hour, literally. So from 9 to 10 is an hour, 10 to 11 is an hour. So the 30-minute candle may have shifted, but the hour will still be showing something else. This is actually the 15-minute candle. Got a wide low range working there. Sometimes when you move out in time, you get to see a clearer picture, and it won't seem like so knee jerky. So you definitely want to you definitely want to you definitely want to be mindful of the time frames, taking your mind frames, your time frames, not mind frames, your time frames out. Okay, yes, I can. I'm not posting it this second, but I can repost it. New stuff. Okay. Good morning, all the people. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Welcome to the Educator to Trader live at the open call. Want to say welcome. I appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out. Appreciate y'all for, um, again, just hanging out with me and enduring my antics and all that goes along with it. Okay, cool. Where are we? We're looking at triple Q here. We've got a gap that triple Q created when we opened up. Where's my little thingy? There it is. Got a gap here that was created at the open. Looks like it's trying to come back and maybe close some of that gap. And the gap goes down to 454. Perhaps it'll do that and then spring back up and go on about its way. 454. Mhm. Hold on. Just a little while longer. Hold on. Okay, that's triple Q. Let's go look at SPY. SPY also has a gap that was created at the open. See if it's going to be a gap and go or what. Here we go. The gap is there. Looks like it left, that candle was left on a hammer. We're on the 15-minute chart, by the way. All righty. See if you see anything here. I do see some. Oh man, they would call right now. Shooty. Y'all hold on for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to take that call. Looks like SPY is gonna come down. Let's see what it does at the bottom of this wick here. It may be stinking about coming back to see about that gap, right? The volume for Palantir was more than Tesla yesterday. Really? Let's see what Palantir is looking like. Janae, your comment came through and it stayed. Yay! Let's look here at move this out of the way. This Palantir, this is this morning, probably because the price is in the 34s. Price ran up so nicely yesterday, and then even this morning it popped up to in the 35s. It is now down here in the demand area, so we'll see if it. I mean, this might be equilibrium. See if it can go on up back to the pivot point, shoop, and go on back upwards. Let's do a quick look here over at Palantir to see what it's looking like in the on the trade area. Palantir. If we wanted to do a put credit spread, if your thoughts are bullish on, well, you know what I want to do? I'm going to go down here to the bottom and look at the option statistics here at the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom of the option chain and you can pick up today's option statistics. Looks like there's 77,000 calls are in volume and 46,000 puts are in the volume. So there's more call volume than there is put volume. That's no shock there, right? They give you some information here about the IV and all this stuff. That's all over here. Implied volatility is at 56. That's pretty high. Yep. So you can look at that down there and see that it's got a lot more call volume. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's necessarily going up. It just says that there's a lot more people that are in calls that are in puts. All right. That's really what that tells you. And if you're looking for a put credit spread, probability out of the money would put you around 32.5, 33, 32.5 or 33 if you were looking for a put credit spread. 32.5, 33. That's paying $10 for a 50-cent spread. Okay, so if we went 32, 33, that's paying about $13. I probably would stick with the 50-cent spread and then multiply and then do multiples, right? 33, 32. It says 7 cent now, but I would, if it's going to pay you better to do it in 50 cent. The only thing is you got to remember that you're going to pay per contract. You're going to pay for, the fees. So if you can widen the spread and do less contracts, that you're going to keep more money in your fees. I didn't do Google yet. Nope. You're going to do that. So if you're looking here, maybe 32, 33 pays $13. Mm-hmm. Wonder if we widen that out to 31.5. That don't seem like it's worth it. Okay. A few more dollars. Again, you widen the spread, but you save your money on fees. $14. I'm gonna put that on for us today for Palantir. And if you like the $13 for the one spread and you want to make more money, you can do more contracts. That's one way that you can work that. Okay. Okay, let's go look at Google. Let's go here and look at it. It's just going to be easier than me adjusting that screen over there. Google also did a jump up or a gap up. Got to call it by the proper terms. It jumped up. It did a gap up. Call it by the proper terms. It did a gap up and then some pullback. So that's what it's doing. It looks like it's going to try to maybe, I won't say trying to fill its gap, but it's definitely coming down to its gap. Now, keep in mind the gaps, we do put like a quartile thing on the gaps. So generally that 25% mark is a support, and then the 50% mark is support. Okay, come on, work with me. Work with me. There we go. Okay, 25% mark is where it's passed right now. 50% will be support. The pivot point is right here in the middle, though, at 150. So that's where Google will potentially go on down and then back up. If we're looking on the daily chart, Tanya, I don't know if you're trading Google for the week. If you're looking at it for the week, at the bottom here, I would see us at 149, I guess that is there. Let's put a line on it. 149 at the bottom of this. I thought I wanted a whole one across. Okay, at 149 and some change, 149.50. is what I see for support area, but we do have the time frame continuity is showing to the downside. So our upside resistance is going to be here around 160, 158, 160. Why are both of these here? I don't know. Oh, that line is still there. Okay, around 158, 159. Let's go look at it on the option chain. Because I'm thinking you want to go with a call credit spread, Tanya. I believe Google, Amazon, some of those are showing some downwards action. Call credit spread, if you look at 155 on Google as your probability out of the money, 155, 157.5, looks like that's paying $32. That's over 10%. Yep, that one could potentially work. Yesterday, I was in Ulta, and I actually closed my Ulta yesterday because Ulta started running up, and I was not trying to sit idly by, hoping that it would do what it was supposed to do. But today, it did pull back, but I wasn't. It was fully breached yesterday. When I say fully, I mean fully breached. Look at how big of a drop this is, though, for today. Yeah, it was definitely up at 383. It had fully breached my call credit spread side, and I bought it back. I may go back though, because Ulta offers some decent premiums. Let's go look now while I'm mentioning it. Let's go look at it. 382 looks like a good resistance area. Even up over here, we see 382 pullback already this much today. That's a 20-point drop today. What happened? There's no way that's today. I guess it has to be. Why it wouldn't be anywhere else? Okay, let's go look at it then, because wonder why it dropped off like that. Y'all got any idea? Y'all got a famous idea about why Ulta would drop off like that? Okay, let's look on I was doing iron condors because the iron condors pay good. Okay, 77 is 352. Let me write that down so I can make sure. 352.5. Yeah, I see that, Jamie. And 372.5. It's plus or minus 14, so that's about a 30. That'll work. 372.5. Let's go look at what these premiums look like. 352 on the put credit spread side. That's paying $50. Whew, have mercy. $50 and 372 on the call credit spread side, paying another $65. In case you didn't have your P and out, this is the time. This is the time to get your pen out. To get your pen out. Get your pen out. Oh my goodness, you all are funny. Y'all are funny to me. So we had 352.5, which is below this pivot point, which is down here, 352.5. Let me put a note on here. We had a put credit spread at 350, 352.5. Oh, no. Put credit spread at 350, 352.5. And we have a call credit spread at 372, puts us down. Is it 372? Yeah, puts us down in here. It's Elf. Elf is a little bit cheaper, right? Let's go see what Elf looks like. Is Elf about the same price? Oh, Elf is like one and some change. Elf been on a downward slide. Where you going? Elf, where you going? Y'all know them Elf them Elf cosmetics you see at Walmart and Target and in the beauty in the drugstores. Elf said y'all ain't gonna we gonna be the low cost contributor. They still stay in there though. Okay, they had a gap down on Elf. On the daily, they're on a time frame continuity to the downside. So we would look at ELF as a call credit spread only, because at this point, the way they slide, and we're not trying to be underneath the train or the slip sliding away. We ain't trying to slip slide. Okay, so 76% probability of the money is at 120, right? So if we change a vertical, we can do 120, 121. Page 22, that is pretty decent for a one spread. That's pretty decent for a one spread. Paying $27 for a one spread, that's a 27% return. All righty. Did we have anything else we was looking at? Did we have anything else? I released this book about a week ago now, When to Use Credit Spreads versus Debit Spreads. When to use credit spreads versus debit spreads, because there's a time and a place for them all, right? You want to know when is a good time to employ these tools. We have tools. We want to know when is the best time to employ the tools, right? Credit spreads can be for times when things are kind of consolidated, or you have an idea of a defined move. Don't have to be consolidated, but you have a defined move. Debit spreads are going to be for when you know it's going to be more of a trending move, right? You feel like it's more of a trending move, but you don't want to put as much money on the table. Of course, that was a quick synopsis. There's so much more in the little book for 588. It's definitely worth more than 588. I always struggle with that because people feel like if the price is too low, then the value isn't there. But I promise you that what you're going to get inside this credit spread versus debit spreads book at the bit.ly/mail INSP is going to be worth more than your 588. That's MELIN. So Melanin Inspirations is my Etsy shop, and that's where that is. This is my Etsy shop is where this book is being housed. Now Triple Q has turned green. It's going on up a little higher. Let me Charting challenge. We're meeting tonight. We're talking trends and broadening formations this evening. We're meeting this evening. If you need to talk about identifying trends or figure out how to do broadening formations, which basically is an expansion of the price, you need to be joining us on this charting challenge. We're meeting Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday of every week of the month of September, and we're learning different things about charting technical analysis along the way. All right. You can go ahead and register for that. You can get started right now in the membership. Go into educator2trader.com and you can join us this evening. And then you can still have access to all the things we did already. We've had 2 or 3 sessions already. You can have access to all those sessions and then join us and pick right on up and keep it pushing. Right, you can definitely join us and keep it pushing. Let's turn back to the chart so we can see that Triple Q has decided it's going on its way. It is going on its way. All righty. Put this here. I'm still here. I'm not saying anything. Like I don't hear a thing. I'm not saying anything at this point. Not saying a thing. All righty. I see a comment up here. It seems that analysts have Ulta and ELF as sale. Shares were sold. Shares were sold for ELF. Yeah. And Ulta, they must have just changed it to that, because yesterday it definitely had to be a buy, because y'all saw the Ulta chart yesterday. I mean, the Ulta move yesterday was big. This is this morning. It is falling. I think I'm falling. It's falling today. Yesterday was this big green candle. Today would be a 2-2 reversal. Would be a 2-2 reversal. The entry point would have been at 368, and it's currently down here now at 357. It's falling hard and fast. This would be called, for those who follow the strat, this would be called a pivot machine gun, which basically is it takes out all the lows of the previous candles like all in one fell swoop. It moves fast and just takes out a bunch of candles at once. Boom, boom, boom. And then it takes them out. Because most people, as the price is climbing, they put their stops at the bottom of that previous candle. So if you run through here and hit all these, you basically knock out everybody's stop losses and basically knock a bunch of people out of the trade. You know, the market does this. That way they can get a bunch of people out of the trade so they can run back up some more. But there's a gap here that Ulta has been filling from close of this, which would have been down here at the bottom, close of one candle to the open of the other, which would have been up here at the top. And we see that this gap, that's the extent, this is the fullness of the gap is right there. The majority of it, maybe 75% of the gap has been filled, but there's a part down here at the bottom that yet remains. And for all we know, Ulta will come back down here and grab this little piece of the gap that's left, get some strength, and keep it pushing. Okay, that's the part of the gap that's not filled yet. Down in the 330s. Woo-wee. Okay, so you watch this put credit spread side right here when you're thinking about entering. Definitely watch that at this point for then you're doing Ulta for the week, but you want to again, we're not trying to get in front of nobody's trains. So just keep that in mind that the price is now in the gap and it could be coming back through it again. All right. Do we have anything else? E2T freebies page, E2T dash freebies is where all the free resources I've created are. The majority of them are here. I need to put some more things on that I have a few more free resources. I need to update this page some more because there's more free stuff I got. But you can join our Telegram group here. You can join our Facebook group on here. You can get to our website from here. You got some downloadable items that are here. The zero DTE strategy cheat code. A lot of people are in the zero DTE stuff. If you're new to options, you got the options quick start guide is there. 7 mistakes that traders make that keep them from 7 figures. Says here, Adam says, we got clean follow through to start the day as a relief rally leg continues following Sunday's 54.08 output. Today had 3 targets, 54.85 is hit, 54.96, which was hit, and 55.05. We clipped 55.02 and dipped. 54.80 to a 54.76 is support. It's weaker now. If that fails, we go back to 54.67 and 54.52, that area. So 54.76 is now support. It needs to hold. 54.76 on SPX. Maybe put that down. 54. That's what Adam says. 54.76 is our new area that needs to hold. We're in the 54.80s right now. Looks like we're going back and forth. Might as well do RUT. Yep, let's look at RUT real quick before I wrap us up and land a plane. Okay, this is the daily chart on RUT. It's flipping red to green, figuring out what it wants to do. Definitely call credit spread, but if you're doing, you're doing PDT hacks. Looks like call credit spreads are are being called for here. Let's see the 15-minute chart. Wow, this looks interesting. Y'all see how it's hitting the same spot 3 times and then that's got to be weird. Yeah, what is it doing that? Why what are you doing? Why is that chart? Why is it doing that? Is the price moving like that? Y'all see how it's doing that movement? I don't know why it's doing that. That is weird. Okay, let's go to the daily cuz okay. This is what it looks like on the daily chart. It's flipping back between red and green. I wonder if that's because price is moving so wild. La la la. I don't know what that's all about. Don't know what that's all about. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Wrap it up. I don't know if I could tell you what's going on with the downwards or upwards for RUT because it's looking so crazy. You got to look at that on your chart and see what it's over there, but it's still flipping on my chart too. So weird. So weird. Okay. Rut is rutting. Yeah, good morning, Drew. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account's growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. All righty. So we're going to do a couple things today, as we always do. Listen, Jamie, she trying to come for your girlfriend. Tell her you won't bother her man if she don't bother your girlfriend. All righty. Okay, everybody. We're gonna do two things today. The first thing we're gonna do is stay greed. The second thing we're gonna do is we go get this money. I'm going to look at Ulta again. All righty. I will see you all in the market. And if you're with me in the telegram, I will see you in the telegram. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Y'all have a great green day. Bye bye.